Good morning, everyone. We're back and it is day 7. So we're over halfway done with our experiments. Let's see what we have today. Oh, I've got what looks like some arms maybe and a tiki head. Let's see what's in our bag. I've got googly eyes, mix and mold putty starch, and mix and mold putty glue. So I'm gonna go get the supplies we need and I will see you back soon. I've got our supplies. I've got a cup, stir stick, scissors, and I've got our mold set up for when it's time to put the putty into it. So what we have to do is cut this open and put in the glue. It's really hard to get out, so I'm going to try and get everything out that I can. And then I'm going to put our starch into the cup as well. Make sure all that gets in there. I have to mix it up and then let it sit for 2 minutes. So it's kind of like the slime where almost instantly it was turning into like gloppy dough-like squishy stuff. It looks pretty gross. It looks like stringed out bubble gum. There's what it looks like. Stir it just for a little bit longer. Then we're going to let it sit for a couple minutes so that it can kind of get to the consistency that we need it to. So we'll be back.
A few moments later.
All right, so this needs just about another minute. It was a little bit liquidy when I let the 2-minute timer go off, so I'm going to let it sit just for a couple more minutes to see what it does. While we wait, we can talk about putty and slime. We talked a little bit about these when we talked about matter. Is it a liquid? Is it a solid? So we said it was the term pseudosolid, fake solid, right? And that is, I told you, like the watered down term that was easy for us to remember. So I looked it up. The big sciencey word is a non-Newtonian fluid. So when they're at rest in your hand, they'll drip through and they'll run. But if you're playing with it and actively moving it, it will be more solid so you can mold it. So let's see what happens when we get this out of the cup, because it looks, again, like a giant wad of gum. And I'm really hoping it doesn't feel like that because I'll probably be grossed out. Because it looks like gum, feels like gum. Ooh. So it's pretty sticky. Doesn't really stretch very well. But, I mean, it's right. It is, like, when I just let it sit, it's starting to fall between my fingers without me even having to move them. So I'm going to try and get this back into one clump here. And then it says to make a monster, we can use our mold. We have to put the arms and googly eyes in, which I did, face down. So then we push the putty into the mold. It doesn't seem like there's going to be enough in here. I'm pushing the putty in. Here's what it's doing. It doesn't quite seem like there's enough to fill it up to the brim. Maybe I didn't do something right. I also feel like when I pull it out, it's going to fall apart. But we'll see what happens. All right, moment of truth. This might be a flop. Oh, not actually half bad. Kind of fun, actually. So, it didn't turn out to be a total flop. Kind of creepy and sticky. But there is our putty monster. So, we'll be back tomorrow for day 8, and I will see you guys later for our Zoom meeting. Have a great day.